I'm coming to you right now from New York City. In fact, just on the other side of this camera, I'm looking at Times Square. And there are thousands of people down there milling around. I love coming to New York. It's an exciting place, but mostly I enjoy coming here because there's so much ministry available here. If there's ever a place on the planet with demons, this is it. People bring all their problems from all over the world. It's a very eclectic place. And this is our #1 city for ministry. Every time I come here, several times a year. So if you know somebody in the New York area, I'm going to be coming back here in just a couple of months. And we've seen miracles right here in this room. Things that you just couldn't possibly imagine. And I want to share that with you sometime. But I want to talk to you about what happened this past Sunday on October the 1st in Las Vegas, Nevada. You've seen those ads. What goes on here stays here. They call it Sin City for nothing. It's a modern-day Sodom and Gomorrah. And now it's going to be known as the place of the worst mass killing in American history. 59 people, more than 500 injured. Stephen Paddock from that hotel suite firing down on the people. You know all about it. You've seen all the news reports. People say he's a madman. And I'm sure that he is. But I think there's more to this than just madness. The obvious is what people won't say. I'm not really hearing anybody say it. It was demons. You couldn't have carnage of this capacity without demonic possession. You know, there was no indication this guy was mentally ill, no sign of anything like this, but this was meticulously planned. The demons had inspired him to lay this out carefully, to maximize the damage. And let me give you a couple of reasons why I believe this is demonic. And I'm sure a lot more is going to come to the attention of us as the press continues to look into this and the police look into it. But first of all, we now know that the casinos in which he gambled away hundreds of thousands of dollars plied him with prostitutes. In fact, there's the suggestion he was seeing a prostitute just before he shot these people. How many soul tie, soul connection demons did he get through all those women who had their own problems and their own demons? Did they play a role in this? What about his girlfriend that he lived with, Mary Lou Danley? She was Filipino. She was back in the Philippines when this happened. She has a brother who is a witch doctor. So what did she pass on to him? And she told authorities that she would hear him screaming, terrified in the middle of the night. What were his demons doing to him that drove him to commit this terrible crime? Demons, demons, demons. I know you might expect me to say this was demonic, but come on. Is there another explanation that can in any possible way explain how somebody could do something so horrible? Now, I'm not saying that every person who has sex with a prostitute has demons. Not everybody who gambles has demons. But you know, you're opening yourself up to evil when you do these things. This is a city known for prostitution, for booze, for gambling, for evil. People come here to Vegas to sin. And not everybody who sins gets a demon, but many do. And it just took one to climb to that hotel suite, get off the elevator, and begin the reign of terror. It's not going to be the last time something terrible like this happens until the churches and the pastors and the preachers and Christian leaders in America stand up and call this for what it is and wage spiritual warfare against it. And I, for one, believe that many times in cities like right here in New York and others all across the country where we've been, we've stopped people on their way to become killers. I ministered just today as I record this, a little while ago, to a gentleman who murdered a man, and he spent nearly a dozen years in prison for it. I meet many people on their way to commit crimes. And after the exorcism, they don't continue to kill. Jesus is the answer. Deliverance is the answer. And the answer is standing up and telling the truth. Things like this terrible, terrible mass murder in Las Vegas only happen when a nation turns its back on God and when the church refuses to call it what it is. An act of demonic possession, invading the soul of an individual and causing them to commit such crimes. My heart goes out to the victims, to the families, and all those who have suffered so much, and I pledge myself to do more than ever to stop further acts like this by confronting the demons behind it and getting to those demons before they do again what happened in Las Vegas. And if you have a friend, a loved one, who's filled with rage and anger, set up a personal spiritual encounter with us, or a Skype or a phone appointment. Let us get to them before the devil gets to them and they do something terrible.